welcome to round 5 of the LFM Pro Series at Nurburgring. After last week's awesome performance, we are leading the championship, so my goal is to keep it up, maybe even try and extend it. In preparation for this race though, I noticed something really bad. I have no pace here, so I went into this race just in the wrong mindset, feeling really stressed, and then this is what happened. No, that was a bad send. I hit him. So we dive into qualifying here, and I'm stressed. I'm off pace, and I don't know why. That's the problem. I feel like I'm driving pretty good, but then looking back at the footage here, you can just tell I'm missing a few apexes. I don't feel too confident in the car, but what makes it even worse is the final chicane of this track. If you want to save a 10.5 every lap, you cut this chicane. However, it's not every time. It's inconsistent. It's horrible. It's terrifying to do. But you have to do it in qualifying when you're at this top level. It is very annoying. But we do manage to hook it up for this lap, and it actually is the best lap I've done all day. That's my PB. Yes! Woo! That's my PB! Yeah, baby! So how did I go from this to this? Well, I started dropping down the order very fast, and it turns out that that qualifying session was just a lot faster and a lot more grip. So the lap I thought was good actually wasn't. So I'm trying to hunt for time. I'm trying to hunt for time on these last 2 laps, and I notice there is so much in Sector 1, Sector 3. It's crazy. And I just keep messing up the laps. I keep invalidating, and then on this final lap of the session, it just all gets a little bit too much for me, and yeah. However, even after another disappointing qualifying, it's P7. That's okay. But before we kick off this insane race, I just want to ask you guys something really quick. Do you guys want to see any other content on this channel? Whether it be a sim rig tour, a room tour, what car I drive in real life, karting, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for all the insane support so far on the videos. Now let's get back to this one. So let's do this. Round 5 of the LFM Pro Championship at Nurburgring. Green. Let's go. And we managed to get a really good start here. So I'm just going to see if a gap opens, and then we can send it into turn 1, because it's a tight hairpin. And it does here. So we've got Carpet on the right in the Bentley, Hooben on the left in the Aston, send it down the middle, and a little bit of touch-in, but we managed to claim a position here. Now it's going to get a little bit tight. We get a hit from behind, but it's because all the cars in front are fighting so hard. It's really hard to, you know, not make just a tiny bit of contact here and there. And now things are going to get really spicy. So Delfante and the Honda pushing the Bentley of Carpet wide. He then tries to recover, and I'm slowing down a bit. I'm a bit nervous about what's going to happen ahead. And Hooben's now around the outside in the Aston, but we've got to hold him off. And now they're fighting ahead again. The corner gets choked up. Stop hitting me! How many times is Hooben going to hit my ass? We keep getting tapped from behind, but it's all good. And now this is where things get even crazier. What the fuck just happened? So it looks like here Carpet just assumed he was ahead of Delfante and the Honda, and he wasn't. So he completely spins himself here, again, in the LFM Pro Series. So content king as always, Carpet, coming in clutch. And as we're approaching the end of this chaotic lap 1, I'm thinking about going for a move here, but it's the chicane, so I back off, and kind of live to regret that, because I'm now gonna spend the rest of this stint staring at this Honda's ass. The leaders have got a few second gap, and we just can't seem to close it, and Delfante ahead is just making a few mistakes here and there. So the gap slightly grows, and we just, I don't know, we just can't do anything. It seems like where all the sections where you can overtake, the Honda's fast, and then all the sectors where you can't overtake, the Ford is fast. So it was like just really difficult to ever size up a move here. And as the clock ticks down, we've now almost hit the halfway point. So people are starting to pit. And ahead, we actually do get our first pit stop a little bit early. So after less than 27 minutes, Durkop comes into the pit. So that makes me think maybe later in the race, if we have a tire advantage, we could maybe close up that gap there could be a fight for a podium. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Turns out everyone else pits the next lap, and me and Delfante are the only ones who go past the halfway point, and we go past it by 2 laps. So you guys know how strategy works so far in this championship. We are going to have an insane second stint, so I'm super pumped, super excited. I just got to nail this pit stop. Where the fuck's the line? Oh my god, that was the most boomer entry ever. Fuck. That was probably the worst entry I've ever done. I lost so much time there. So now I'm going for this pit stop, just stressing, hoping I don't get undercut by anyone. And we're going to exit the pit lane now into a crazy battle with Hooben. Fuck! He's got me. Oh, that was a good move by him, to be honest. It was a really good move. Me dicking around in the pit stop is what cost me that. That was nice, though, from him. A really nice move. What an absolutely awesome battle we just had with Hooben. That was sick. And unfortunately, that drops us to P6 from P5.
Fuck.
Or does it? Look at the bottom left. We're actually P5, and Hooben's now P4. Turns out the leader got a stop-go 30 penalty in the pit lane. So, as bad as our pit stop was, it could always be a little bit worse. So my goal now is, with the fresher tyres, is to just try and keep up with Hooben. And then, you know, use the advantage. You know, maybe I'll get a bit more traction out of some corners, a bit more grip. And then the straight line speed of the Ford will just send me past him. But also, just throughout the rest of this race, take a look at where Eric Delfante is in the Honda. He was the guy who was right behind, and yeah, he's going to make some moves, and it makes you think, you know, what if, but hey, it is what it is, right? So a lot of people ask me, like, in these situations, like, how do you know where to really go for an overtake and not make a stupid mistake? And, you know, with the way penalties are in this series, you do not want to be making any mistakes, so every overtake has got to be clean and decisive, and the best way is to just follow the car ahead like I'm doing here and just see where the strengths and weaknesses are. So we can see here, this car ahead, the Aston, is not quick in the chicane and gets a really bad drive out the final corner. And look at this. I've gone from being pretty far behind to basically touching him into turn 1. So that's making me think, oh, that might be a spot where I can overtake. So, you know, we use one lap just to see, you know, gauge how things are going. And, you know, another lap here, we're very close to him. We're going to see what it's like down this straight. So we're about 3 tenths behind going into the straight. We're in the slipstream. We're getting closer and closer. And right now, maybe there was a chance to send it. But, you know, it's just giving me more experience, giving me understanding of, you know, where my car is strong. And clearly here, the best shot is into turn 1. Because the rest of this track, especially sector 1, he then pulls away. That's why his car is strong. And look here, like, this is after sector 1 going into the hairpin. And I'm like almost half a second behind. So going from touching him to losing half a second. And then closing it all back up at the end of the lap. So there's one spot on this track I can make a move unless Hooben makes a big mistake. And that's where we're going to send it now.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I need to let him have that back.
Clear on the left.
There we go. No, that was a bad send. I had to give that one back. I tactically gave that one back. I could have just gone with that, but no, that was not on. I hit him.
Now, I know some of you guys might be thinking, UKOG, why didn't you just keep that position? You know, you had it, but I only had it because I went in a little bit too hot and ended up tagging him.
Come
I didn't
here,
give him
boy.
the space he was deserved on the outside. And if you look back, he actually went off the track, like off over the white lines. So had to give that back, or it would have been a slam dunk penalty, unfortunately. And I'm glad I did, because the stewards just gave me a warning instead. But now that means that he knows my he knows my strategy. He knows where I'm going to attack, so he's always on the cautious and the defensive mode going into turn 1. And just no other opportunity opens up. You know, Hubin's an amazing driver, an SRO winner, and he knows what he's doing in these situations. He's a fantastic driver. And all this happening while we have last week's winner moaning right behind us, pressuring us. So it was really, really spicy, the end of this race. Really spicy, and a lot of high nerves. But we managed to keep it under control. And through this last chicane here, I'm like, you know what? Do or die. Maybe this is our last shot to go for an overtake. So remember that crazy line we only do in qualifying? It's out the window now. Let's send it. Tried.
Finish the race.
GG, Hubin. That was good. That was a good battle.
Alright.
What a move from Hubin at the start of that stint. What a move. That was actually crazy that he got that to stick. Really nice battle. Oh, man. It is what it is. I feel like I just wasn't quick today. Like, I just personally wasn't that quick today. Just had a skill issue. So that is P5 in round 5 of the LFM Pro Championship. Another pretty good result, but you know, there's always more. I feel like I'm just missing something every race, but consistency is key, and it means that we are still leading the championship. Let's go! Next week's round is the Red Bull Ring. It's a very clumsy track for this car, and it's 90 minutes, so tyre wear is going to be brutal as well. So going to be a tough one. We're going to have to really pull out all the stops to get a good result there. And yeah, let's see what happens. So thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good shit. And I'll catch you all on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye, guys. So after this absolute rage tantrum, my wheel was acting funny, and the next day when I loaded up the game on stream, my wheel was completely broken. So I tried my hardest to fix it, to absolutely no avail, but thanks to my amazing community, you guys are absolutely insane, we managed to raise enough money for me to be able to buy a brand new wheel. So, best birthday present ever. I'll remember this one till I die, so thank you all so much. Have a good one. Take care.